So I thought today I'd come out and do a little bit more work on the raised beds. I need to get the structure attached to the ground and the 2x8 that's on top attached to the 2x10 below. A while back I was at an auction and I picked up a box of these some kind of corner brace. I thought they would work. Get this lined up. I could put that in the corner, screw that in, and attach the top piece to the bottom piece, try to hold it in place. I don't know why that wouldn't work. Looks good to me. Where you going, Sassy? Where you going? So that's the last of the corner braces. Let me see if I can't round up a cattle panel somewhere and put it in between these two beds, make an arch out of it, a trellis for the vegetables to grow on. Here's the cattle panel that I want to put against one edge of this raised bed garden and arch it over to the other one. I don't think the box itself is heavy enough to hold that in there, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a few stakes to drive down on the inside of each box. That way that cattle panel won't push it out. So I'm just trying to sharpen the end a little bit so it'll go down in the ground easier. I'll eventually go back and put some screws through the side of the bed into the stake itself. All right, let's grab that cattle panel and see if we can't get it to stand up in there. So that's tall enough for me to walk under. That'll give some support for some of my vining vegetables to grow up. Hopefully the fruit will be hanging down and I'll have easier time picking them. So I learned a lesson while driving these stakes in. I don't know if you can tell, but this one is angled this direction and it's straight right here. Whenever you drive it in at this way, that is automatically wants to turn this way. So what I wanted to do was put the wood, raised bed wood right here. When I drive it in, it'll actually curve and push against the walls. Something to keep in mind. So as I said, the part that's cut off is facing me. So as you hammer it into the ground, it just automatically wants to turn and come back toward me, so it's putting pressure on the walls. Let me grab a few screws and I'll attach them on all of these I have so far. Got a few more posts on the inside that I'm going to cut some and put on the outside of the bed as well. I don't know if the weight of the soil will be enough to push the walls out or not, but that's basically what the ones on the outside are for, and the ones on the inside are to give support to this trellis. I'll have to get it attached as well. Well, I've reconsidered. I'm only going to put one stake on each of the outside walls. I just don't think that dirt's going to be heavy enough to push these walls out. They're only 8 foot long. If they were longer, I'd probably need more than one. I've already attached the one on the second bed, so let me grab some material and I'll try to fasten the cattle panel to the inside of the raised beds. So once again, I've turned to this, what I call pipe hanger, to secure my cattle panel to the wood. I'm just going to fold that pipe hanger around the one part of the cattle panel and drive a screw in there. Leave it loose for just a second. But there's another one in there. So I'll do that in about 3 more places. And that should be plenty enough to hold that in. See if we can't get a little bit closer look at that. Works for me. Alright, well that's the last pipe hanger I need to put in here. Let me grab that camera and we'll take a quick walk around, see what I've got done today. Unfortunately, I only have one cattle panel at the moment. The rest of them I used down at the hog pen, so later next year as the pen gets empty over there, I'll bring one of the panels over, but I'll have it done way before planting time next spring. I think it's coming along pretty nice. Usually what happens when I think that is, I think of a different way to do something after the fact. At some point, I'm going to have to decide if I want to slap some red paint on this, like all the other structures around the homestead, or if I want to take a torch and add some color to it this way. I'm not sure what I prefer. Got a while to figure it out though. I'll be visiting a local nursery here soon to get their ideas on what kind of dirt I need to put in this raised bed, whether it's topsoil or compost or a mixture of both. Well, I guess that's about all I have for this afternoon. I'll catch y'all next time we're here at the It'll Do Homestead. Good night, everybody.